welcome back to The Practice Life. I'm calling this episode today, A Tree Falls on Your House. Buzzy's joining us for this recording, so he's going to be scooting around back there. A Tree Falls on Your House. This is a remarkable tale, and there is a gem of a learning for each of us in this story that I'm about to tell you. Oh, it's so good. So I'm talking to a friend of mine, a woman I know, and we hadn't spoken in a while. And she's in my support system, the personal membership group that I founded. And she is a delightful and charming member of the support system. And I love this story so much. I asked her, I'm not going to name her, but I asked her if I could tell it on my podcast. And she said, sure. She gave me a thumbs up. So here's what happens. We're doing one of our gatherings. Monday nights, we all come together, all the members, and I do a little coaching. We do a little sharing. It's really something. It's super special. So, and usually people line up to talk. Everybody has their hand up to talk. But every now and then I have to jostle people a little bit. Come on. Don't just be a looky-loo. Come on, share. Tell us what's going on. Or we do journal prompts and, you know, read what you wrote. So it was one of those nights where I had to go a digging. I had to go and pull people out. So what I like to do is I like to just kind of focus myself and see where I'm called. See who lights up for me, where I'm called, and see I trust that the universe is going to point me to somebody who has something to say that'll benefit the group. I trust that. So I had called on somebody and they had dropped a couple gems. And then I called on this person, this wonderful woman. And I said, so how have you been? She goes, oh, about like that. Staying, I don't know what she said. If she said it was like an Airbnb and, I don't have all my stuff here. And, it's a little inconvenient and la-di-da and bibbidi-bobbidi boo. And I said, why? What's going on? She goes, well, a tree fell on my house. And I'm like, wow, that is something. Tell us about it. What happened? And she said, well, a tree fell on our house. And it just so happened, and it hit my master bedroom, master bath. Fell right over. Hit the master bedroom, master bath. And I was like, wow. And she said, and unusually, we were up and out of the house early that morning. The only person home was the dog. And the dog is a little shell shocked from the experience. So, while everything gets fixed and stuff, we have to be somewhere else. And, it's just kind of inconvenient. And that I'm like, yeah, yeah. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, something juicy's here. Something juicy's here. Something way good is here. And she said, the day before, I had been talking to somebody. There was a tree. There's a tree out my window that I know needs to be taken down. I've known it for a while, and I didn't want to spend the money on taking that tree down because what I really want is to redo my master bath. And I said, excuse me, are you telling me, is this what you're saying? That you are sitting there requesting of the universe, I don't want to have to spend the money to cut the tree down, and I want the money to redo my master bath. I said, so what's happening now? She goes, well, insurance is going to remove the tree, and then insurance will pay to redo my master bath. And I said, okay, let's go back. So basically, you are living in the middle of what is just about an instant manifestation that you created with your own power and focus. You literally looked at that tree and said, I want you gone and I don't want to have to pay for it. And then you thought about the master bath that you did want and you wanted the money for. And now you're telling me the very next day, the tree falls on, destroys your master bath. Insurance is going to pay for the tree removal and the redoing of your master bath. Is that what you're telling me? She goes, well, yeah. And I said, that that could keep you going till your very last day, believing in miracles. That is literally unbelievable. And it just so happened you guys weren't in your master bedroom because you got out of the house early. And the only remaining residue is some inconvenience while all these things get done and are paid for. And your dog's going to have to be on a little nerve medication. But everybody survived. I said, isn't it interesting though? Isn't this interesting? And what I love I love when people are my great teachers. I just love that so much because the minute she was telling that story, I could instantly see, I could relate to it. And I said, do you not see how miraculous this is? She goes, well, it happened at the end of April and now it's uh, the beginning of June. And I said, oh my gosh, this is the greatest, greatest teaching ever because we all do it. Instead of basking in the miracle till the end of our days, so we can just see what powerful creators we are and how we're always, always living in this magic. We're calling things toward us and things are working out for us and we're always living in this magic. And if we focus on it and pay attention, what comes? More magic, more miracles, more wonder, more sparkly, glittery glitter bombs on the path. But what do we do? Yeah, that was then. That was April. That was April when the tree I wanted gone fell on my house and got me a new master bath. That was April. Isn't that true for all of us? I know. Listen, I heard her. This story called my name because I said, do you know how many miraculous things, how many beautiful no's you've had that turned out to be like, whoa, like taking you down a whole new path? How many changes that you really didn't want ended up being the best things that ever happened to you? Like the miracles, the magic, the glitter bombs, all the things that are coming at us all the time. We run out of steam on them. We forget. We forget how miraculous it was. We forget how magical it was. So that's why I asked her if I could share this story. A tree falls on your house. Do you know how many trees have fallen on your house? Do you know how many trees have fallen on my house? So listen, I have now made a list of all the trees that have fallen on my house, metaphorically, all those magical things that I created, that I made manifest, that I dreamed up and drew right to me. And I spend a little time every day basking in those things because I know if I just keep feeding the fire, it raises my frequency and I'm a match to more of what I say I want. So that's what I came to tell you about today. A tree falls on your house. And just bask, bask, bask till your very last day on that. Miracles, I'm telling you. Listen, to join us, if you want to join us in the support system where we talk about things like this, go to sherisalata.com and you'll see memberships, you'll see the support system, and you can learn all about it. It's really quite special. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'll see you next time.